This is the sitrep. Ukraine launched waves of drone attacks targeting power and refinery plants in the Moscow region and neighboring Tver, sparking fires, Russian officials said. There were fires at the Moscow oil refinery and the Konakovo power station in the Tver region, one of the largest energy producers in central Russia, officials and media said. Russia's TASS news agency, citing emergency officials, said the fire at the Moscow refinery was assigned the highest level of complexity, which may require additional rescue units. The refinery in the southeast of the capital is owned by Gazprom Neft. Ukraine also targeted the Kashira power plant in the Moscow region, said Mikhail Shuvalov, head of the district. The Baza Telegram news channel, which is close to Russia's security services, said loud blasts were heard near the Konakovo power plant. The Tver governor, Igor Rudenya, said there was a fire in Konakovo, but electricity and gas supplies were uninterrupted. He claimed there was no fire, damage, or casualties, a line that Russian officials frequently adopt, regardless of the outcome of a Ukrainian attack. Reuters, which carried the above reports, said it could not independently verify the Russian claims. There was no immediate comment from Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky is adding pressure on the U.S. to let Kiev strike military targets deep inside Russian territory, after his representatives met with senior U.S. officials in Washington on Saturday. The Ukrainian president said guided aerial bombs killed 6 people and injured 97 in Kharkiv on Friday, with more attacks on Saturday. He said these could be averted only by striking Russian military airfields, their bases, and the logistics of Russian terror. Zelensky reiterated that clearing the Ukrainian sky of Russian-guided aerial bombs would be a strong step to force Russia to seek an end to the war and a just peace. We need both the permissions for long-range capabilities and your long-range shells and missiles, Zelensky said. Washington has provided Ukraine with more than $50 billion worth of military aid since 2022, but has limited the use of its weapons to Ukrainian soil and defensive cross-border operations. A Russian-guided bomb attack on Saturday killed 2 women and injured 10 more, including children in a village in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, the governor said. Ola Sinehubov said Russian forces hit the village of Cherkaska Lozova with guided bombs, damaging a residential building. 5 men were killed in Chasiv Yar in the Donetsk region when Russia shelled the city on Saturday morning, said the chief of the Donetsk Regional Military Administration, Vadim Falashkin. A day of mourning was declared in Kharkiv after 7 people, including a 14-year-old girl, were killed in a Russian strike. The Kharkiv mayor, Ihor Terekov, and Volodymyr Zelensky offered their condolences. My condolences to all those who lost their relatives and loved ones. Mourning has been announced in Kharkiv today, Terekov said. Zelensky promised that Russia will be held accountable for all its evil deeds. Russian forces gained control of the Kirove settlement, known in Ukraine as Verozhamsky, in eastern Ukraine's Donetsk region, the defense ministry in Moscow said. Donetsk is one of 4 Ukrainian regions that Russia says it has annexed, even though it does not fully control all of them, in a territorial claim that Ukraine and all but a few countries worldwide have rejected as illegal, and that Ukraine has vowed to reverse by force. Separately, the Russian Defense Ministry said its forces had repelled Ukrainian attacks in Kursk region, including towards Koronevo and Malaya Lochnia. Russia's foreign ministry said an attack killed 5 people and injured 46 others in Belgorod on Friday. The local governor, Vyacheslav Gladkov, said 37 people were taken to hospital, 7 of them children. In a statement, Russia's foreign ministry called on all responsible governments and relevant international structures to strongly condemn this brutal terrorist attack. Ukraine denies targeting civilians. Ukraine said on Saturday that its air defenses shot down 24 of 52 drones launched by Russia. 25 fell on their own, with 3 flying towards Russia and Belarus. There were no reports of any injuries or major damage. The U.S. has decided against a proposal to deploy American contractors to Ukraine to maintain Western military equipment, including F-16 fighter jets. Discontent towards Vladimir Putin is growing amid Ukraine's incursion into the Kursk region. Since launching the offensive on August 6th, Kyiv claims to have captured dozens of settlements and more than 1,200 square kilometers of territory. NATO could overwhelm Russia, which is no longer the power it was during the Soviet Union, Lithuania's foreign minister has said. Gabrielius Landsbergis mentioned that Russia's invasion came as no surprise to people in the Baltics, though the ferocity of it was shocking. For more daily updates, be sure to like and subscribe. Stay safe. Stay informed.
Slava Ukraini!
The SIT report out.